Right in front of me is an unopened box of the LEGO Collectible Minifigures Series 27. If you've seen this box and also my previous video, you know what is today's video is about. It's about opening and seal the box of the collectible minifigures, and at the end I'm going to go through the individual minifigures. So without further ado, let's open up. Once again, in Australia and New Zealand we get this 1 month late, so most of the rest of the world got this a month ago. That's good thing and bad thing. The good thing is we get this like 20% off. That's right, 20% off. But the bad thing is we get it a little bit late. So this is how we kind of open it. And then once I drop it off, and here we are. It's a brand new unopened or sealed box of the collectible Minifigure series. So today I'm going to open it up again, following the same rule, going through this column and then this column and then the other side, and see if I get 3 sets. So without further ado, let's get started. So it's all set up. I'm really excited to open this series 27 because of very cool minifigures in this set. So let's just start with the first one. Let's see what we have. And again, I do miss feeling the bag, but open it up, still feel good. But yeah, if you not interested in seeing me opening the bag, feel free to skip to the later part of the video of me doing the review of the this particular series of minifigure. Anyway, so the first box we have is the cat lover. So this one I really look forward to this one because of the new cat piece. Which later we have a close look at all the individual minifigures, and got some new accessory too. It's always good to get this. The thing that with a licensed theme or something with a specialized theme, then you have less reusable parts in other setting. Even though I'm not making like my own Lego city of sorts, but always good to get one minifigure. I'll just place it right in front of me. So we're getting closer. We get a full set. Obviously, there are some really chase minifigure like the Wolfpack Beastmaster. For obvious reason, it's Castle, it's Wolfpack. Haven't been in a Lego theme for so long, and they also get a wolf as well. And then we've got this astronomer kid or astronomer boy. This is good. I need to crash the case once I get the full set. But anyway, it's not the filling video. And this one only got one arm, so not the most exciting figure for me to see for various reasons. But we can talk about that later on. And then you do need to build this telescope here. So there's quite a few things to get through. So was it this? Okay, so well, did I got it wrong? Yep, I think I did. Alright, so this is how it's supposed to be. Nonetheless, you do get a few spare parts. Then we've got, unfortunately, there's not enough space to place the telescope next to the minifigure. So 2 down. The third box here. I try to keep this interesting, but I find it really hard. And then there's the so hard to pronounce this dinosaur. It's the flying dinosaur with it's a costume. What's the name of it? Pterodactyl. Pterodactyl. I think I got it right, but anyway, it's always hard to get. But this time it's a lady. So the previous 2 dinosaur costume are male. So it's always cool to opening up this. I don't try to scan the minifigure because most of the time I just don't have time to at this shop and start scanning, and by the time I get to it, I wasn't able to find the minifigure that I want, and most of the popular ones already been taken out. And then we have the long border, some very cool parts. And wow, this longboard looks really good. pretty cool to see. Oh, and I forgot her backpack. Anyway, but yeah, I did. I mean, if you have watched earlier videos, I did try the scanner before, but unfortunately, it didn't really work. But now I've got a new phone, maybe I should just try. But you know, but then if you're scanning by individual one, you don't really get a discount. It's way cheaper buying this way, and if you don't try to sell in a higher price, you can actually sell it back out at the retail price, and you still make maybe $1 profit. Okay, we have one repeat now. Oh, maybe I should. I forgot. I used to, put in the distribution so that when you check back the video, you can see if your box have the same distribution. So hopefully that's enough. Which means I'm slowing myself down, and now we've got another. I'll just say the flying dinosaur costume, or just the dinosaur costume for now, because really I keep forgetting how do I pronounce the name of this species of dinosaur. It's a nice minifigure, but so far of all the minifigure I ranked down, I would say I would love the cat lover, the long border, the dinosaur, and then the astronomer kit. Now we get to the next one, and it's another long border. How come? Let's keep repeating the same minifigure though. Just remember to squash the box. So it's pretty cool. We've got this minifigure here. I think it's been quite a few years I have buy minifigures by box, because sometimes just can't be bought, and it's cheaper, and also you get the extra, because some of them you don't just want one because of the interesting parts and things. That's why I'm saying like licensed minifigure is less reusable, so usually you just need to have one. But regular minifigure like this, like it's just so much potential, so much possibilities. And open it up, and people don't wait anymore, given all the app works so well nowadays. And then we have the Hamster Costume Fan here. I don't know, but hamster are often really cute, and they got the new cucumber pieces. And if you have any LEGO kitchen setup, it's perfect for you. Although it really needs one, but they give you a spare. It's pretty quick, so we only got one column down already. So I was anticipating it's gonna be, oh yeah, finally a Wolfpack Beast Master, and the wolf just looking so cool. Let's see, and we've got the cape as well. So let's just squish all the parts I don't need. And I probably mentioned in some earlier series that I do like the boxes. I think it looks more elegant. Yeah, the spine box, you don't know what, but that's the whole purpose for it. And if you're buying, you kind of say yes to whatever LEGO marketing has set for you. But the package are really nice. The only thing that I miss, is the feeling of the bags. Let's say pretty nice shield here. I forgot. I do have the medieval times, but I haven't built it yet. I think they have a Wolfpack torso there as well, but I need to check if it's the same design or it's a different design. And so it's nice to get a new LEGO animal, and the wolf looks perfect. I know some people say it's a wolf pup, but I guess it depending on the species of the wolf. And if it's the biggest species, then that definitely looks like a pup. But in the grand scheme of things about the scale, then yeah, I think it's perfect size. And then we've got this a pirate lady. I think it's called the pirate quartermaster. That's the thing. Like always, don't exactly know the name. Oh, okay. I think I nearly forget the cape. Oh, there's a kind of skirt. I really don't like this type of skirt because it's often really annoying to put on to the legs, right? So you need to fold it for it to apply properly. But anyway, now it's there, and then we've got this lady. I think she only need one sword, but they give you a spare. And so far, not many spare parts. There used to be quite a few spare parts, but this one just the astronomer boy because of the telescope, and this lady. Oh well, you do have the hamster, and then we've got this very nice new bird. I forgot the name of the bird, but this is a really nice variant of the parrot. So we've got the first row done, so at least for this box. If you're interested to check whether or bet on whether like all the boxes having the same distribution. Just a note though, because we're living in Australia and New Zealand, so if you look at the code, the factory code has S on it, so it's from the Czech Republic packing center. So if you're living in the North America, your box definitely will have a different distribution. But if you're in Europe or you're in same region as me, then it may be a good reference for you. And then we've got another astronomer boy here. So we need to spend some time to build the telescope. And I wish they have a variant so that the other hand is missing, but that would be something in the future. But yeah, because of the telescope, so we need to spend some time on building this thing. But I kind of know how to do that because it should be a pretty straightforward build. Because already built it once, there's no way that I need to build it twice. And again, I find it really interesting on how they manage to get always the same parts spare. Anyway, we'll just carry on. So we haven't got the full set yet, so it's 1 2 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. So we've got 5 more to complete one set, and then we have another cat lover. So I'll just pour him out. I'm surprised, to be honest, that this new accessory of this toy for the cat only comes with one. They do have some other color variants in some other sets, but that's something. And to be honest, you no need to rush to get those sets, because these are not licensed parts. It will appear at some point from Brick. Now the price might not be ideal when it's new, but still cheaper than buying the set. Okay, we have another cat lover. So hopefully there's no more cat lover appears. Otherwise, I will not get 3 sets in this particular box. But the thing is, this is the one of the minifigure that I don't mind getting an extra, because that means that I get another cat. It's always nice to get Lego animal for the minifigures. So the first level is nearly done, and then we've got and as another astronomy boy. So supposedly I'm done with this 2 minifigure. Let's see how it goes. This is like most of 90% of the time when you buy a full box, you get 3 sets. But if you have watched several series, I did have a few series doesn't have the full 3 sets. It's a bit disappointing because I think especially the Muppet ones, I didn't only get one what's that? One free, not one free set, one full set, because the Rolf, the dog, was missing. I only got one. Well, at least it's not like completely missing. but yeah, things like that do happen. That's why when you go to the shop, they say, hey, while it's likely you get free set, but it's not guaranteed, so that nobody gonna returns it if they don't get free sets, right? But it's always, at least in New Zealand, if you go to some local store, they will have 20% off when you buy the whole box. And for those less popular series, at some point you might get 30–40% off. But that you have to wait, and it's a gamble, because it might get to a point where they're already sold out and we will completely miss out. So I think if you get 20% off, that's a pretty decent discount. So the third dinosaur, so hopefully no more of this appears. But I do like her facial expression, the evil laugh. It's so good. You can use this face for some other thing as well. And let's see, which one missing? We're still missing the Jet Racer, the plush toy collector, Boogeyman, Cupid, and the Steampunk Inventor. I think that's what she got. And then we've got another long border. So don't know. So if you're heading up to a shop and there's a brand new box, you know that hey, a couple of minifigures doesn't appear at the first layer. And absolutely love the longboard. And then even the legs is pretty cool. It's a denim, but with holes on the knees. So it's not the first appearance. They have very similar, I guess, what's a similar style of legs from what's that? From the the LEGO store build a minifigure station. But anyway, we've got this here. It's nearly done on the first level. I think I'm progressing pretty quick, and this one is another hamster. So I wonder. So if you just take the top layer, you will not complete one set. Well, assuming the box that you've seen is untampered, because if it's been tampered, then very likely you might get not just 3 but even more than one particular minifigure. And here we are, and then just 2 more left on this layer. Another Wolfpack Beatmaster, so that's good. I really love one of the facial expressions. So far, absolutely loving this particular series, because I think nowadays they really only have one regular series per year. I mean, they have 2 last year, but then one of them is space theme, while there's some cool things inside. Not everything. I guess it's just different to have like regular series where you have a lot more variants of parts and stuff. But anyway, understand why this Wolfpack Beatmaster would be very popular, especially if you have like huge castle display, and having just 4 or 5 just doesn't make sense. You need to have the full army of it. Interesting enough, some of them having the same allocation though, because if I might do a camera to zoom in a little bit more on the actual distribution, and then we have a Boogeyman, something different. But interesting enough, the position of some of them are the same. So just be aware. And we've got this Boogeyman here. There's one spare parts I can see. It's a molded head. It's not like minifigure head. From time to time, LEGO to do this kind of minifigure. Is he scary? No, not at all. But he does have a pretty cool accessory though. There's a book with printed. The thing is, because the collectible minifigure series doesn't have stickers, so whenever even existing accessory, but it will have some really cool prints. So here I've got the first level done. Not able to complete one set, but so far I'm still on track to get 3 sets. So we need to get this layer off and then start again from the bottom. Another pirate quartermaster. So that means I get another parrot, which I really like. But we need to build her first. You don't need the additional sword. I need to sort out these skirt here. Let me see. It's not easy. I wonder how kids at like 5-6 years old deal with all this thing. I guess I underestimate kids nowadays. See, cool minifigure, but not the best. More looking forward to the upcoming One Piece Lego theme later this year, though. I absolutely love the new birds. I don't mind. There are a couple of minifigures. I wouldn't say they're my favorite, but I wouldn't mind to get an extra one if it's comes with an animal. And we're moving pretty quickly. Oh, another boogeyman. So got another boogeyman. So which one's still missing? We've got the plush toy lover or plush toy collector, and the steampunk infant, and also the jet racer. So 3 minifigure left to complete one full set. I'm getting a little bit tired. So that's the difference. When I recall if the back can be filled right, kind of do the whole video differently. This one kind of more aligned to the build video that I have anyway. So far we've got the third one. Oh, finally a cubit. So 2 more to go to complete one set. Oops, let's hope the head doesn't roll away. And this one looks so cute. I love the facial expression with the hearts on his eyes. And then they give you 2 heart pieces. I think we need one. Okay. Oops. Somehow the heart piece doesn't fit the finger well. Oops. It's there now. Okay. It's all secure, and then we've got the wings kind of applying a little bit differently. And then we've got, of course, the bow, but oh, the wing kind of fell up so easily. And also the heart. I wonder why. Okay, it's just a little bit difficult to get everything in place. And, his hairstyle is not new; it's a reuse from some hairstyle, but I don't think it's a new color. I think the LEGO Dreams I have this color already. So 2 more to go. And let's see. Oh, okay, 1 more to go because this is the plush toy collector. I think because of the uniqueness of some of the parts and accessories, hence you have less spare parts compared to past series. Again, it's a really detailed minifigure with prints across the body, excellent facial expressions, lovely hairstyle, and of course the cute new plush toy pieces. If you have watched some of my videos, so I already got the LEGO Dreams and also one from LEGO Friends. There also 1 more variant in another LEGO Friends. I wonder if LEGO will release more of the variant. Okay, what's the next one? So nearly done. Okay, the jet racer. That means there's only one more minifigure left to complete one full set. See, this is why I prefer buying the whole box. Okay, so we've got this minifigure. There's some really nice details on this minifigure as well. This helmet is absolutely brilliant. Okay, that does mean that I need to build the what's this? The jet engine, the jetpack. Okay, all right. Got this over here. Some really nice detail, but of course we're gonna take a look at the detailed look of the individual minifigure later. So far, given that there's still plenty of boxes left. Oh, and now we complete one set. So this is the steampunk inventor. So after this will be a matter of whether I get 3 complete sets in this. It looks like there's some spare parts. Okay, so some tall hat with print. Never a steampunk fan. So how do I build this? So what? So I've got this here. Okay. Is it like this? No. Got it wrong. Okay. So it's something that do I think I need multiple of this particular minifigure? No, I don't think so. But do I need one of this minifigure? Yes, absolutely. But here we are. We've got, so after opening the first layer and then go for half of the second, well, in my perspective is left side, the left column in my perspective. And then we've got the one full set here. Let's see the next one. Oh, we got another jet racer. Let's see. Okay, a couple of spare parts. I think again, because of the number, they already have number 3. It's not like I need to have multiple of this minifigure. I always forget the something that I need to put on the neck. Alright, and I think it's like this. Okay, oops. It's interesting that it's a brick built jetpack rather than a molded one. But anyway, we're doing really well. And then 2 more to go, and then just the final column left. The thing is, oh, another jet racer. The thing is, there's lots of boxes to dispose of later on. Alright, so I wonder why Australia and New Zealand always get this later. I don't know why, because it must have sent out a long time. Maybe it's really just taking time for it to arrive on our shore, but never understood why it takes that long. Anyway, here we are. So we've got 3 of this. Still on track to get 3 sets. Okay, and then we've got the 3rd Wolfpack Beast Master. Is it Wolfpack or Wolfgang? I need to double check. So got all this. So pretty cool. Alright. Love this cape. Absolutely love the capes. Because it's not just your typical LEGO fabric. It has this effect that looks like it's a really thick fur. Unfortunately, they didn't include additional hairpiece though, so it's always with the hood. It would be quite impressive if you're able to build an army for it, but unfortunately, lots of people chasing this figure with the scanner. Nearly every box have been scanned through, so it can be hard to find. Just like the Dragon Paladin from the previous series of the Dungeons and Dragons minifigures. So we're starting in the final column or final row, and then we've got the third pirate quartermaster. So get the third pirates. Anyway, so wonder what's next. Who's still missing the third minifigure? I don't know. I don't know. For some reason, I'm struggling to put this on for this minifigure this time. But first, you don't. How come it's so hard? Okay. If I put this in, then that's fine. Okay. Having said that, I think it's a pretty cool minifigure as well. Oh, and then I dropped the hairpiece. This is why sometimes it's hard to have the accessory put on the minifigure, but where did I drop? It's quite far from the table. I've got this. So, and then the sword just not able to keep in her hand for some reason. And oops, I need to move the box away a little bit. I think it's blocking away. But anyway, after this, I will, just kind of zoom in a little bit for you, the viewers. What's this one here? Another boogeyman. So we've got 3 boogeymen. So we probably there should be 2 more Cupid, 2 more plush toy collectors, and probably 1 more hamster. And see, I don't know. It's pretty cool to build this minifigure with the horns and stuff. But anyway, it's interesting how this minifigure having the book and explaining who he is. Boogeyman. And then also the steampunk inventor, we need 2 more. So I think that's pretty much the remaining minifigure. Otherwise, I would not able to get 3 complete set. Let's open it up, and then we have another plush toy collector. Yes, plush toy collector. It's a pretty cool minifigure, if you ask me. Those plush pieces are brilliant. Unfortunately, only the minifigure have 2 of this, and the easiest one to get multiple. If you want to get multiple of the other variant, then you have to wait for a quicker break, or you can buy multiple of those sets. Because they are in small sets, not big sets, so it's not going to break your bank. And then just 5 more to go. Let's see which one. So we've got another Cupid. So pretty sure it's just 1 more plush toy, 1 more Cupid. 1 plush toy, 1 more Cupid, and 2 more steampunk inventor, and 1 hamster. Let's see. We've got this here. Okay. Seriously, this heart-shaped eyes minifigure head will be extremely useful for lots of things. So hard for the minifigure to hold something though. Okay, I think I wish the wings is 1 piece, but because of how this wings is constructed, then it have potential to do other things as well. So, and then we've got the third Cupid in this box. Okay, got the third Cupid, and then just be extra careful in building it. And let's make sure he holds the heart well, not dropping and accidentally breaking the heart. So hard to put on the accessory. Now leave all the spare part aside, and there's 4 more minifigures to go. Let's see which one is this. Another plush toy lover. Okay, plush toy lover. Even the facial expression is quite useful, and just the overall. Is it a pajamas? I don't think so. It's more like a costume thing. So it's gonna be very cute. It's an onesie, I would say. Here, just 2 more to go, and then yep, another steampunk inventor. I think the next 2 will be one steampunk inventor, and then the hamster costume minifigure, because that's the only way to have a distribution of free of the minifigure. Okay, so let's just get this sorted. Okay, some steam. They use the ice cream or popcorn piece as the mechanical hand here. And let me hear it. I think it's another steampunk inventor. Would it be correct? Yes, indeed, another steampunk inventor. Maybe I should really practice my hearing, but you know, it's a 50-50, right? Assuming 3 sets, so I heard more noise. That's why I made a educated guess. That is the steampunk inventor. And let's just get this build. And that's it. It's very true that the number of spare parts is significantly less compared to previous minifigure series. I think again I already mentioned it's likely due to the fact that the unique accessory comes with you know, this particular series of minifigure, and this has to be the Hamster Costume Fan. Let's see. Yes, I mean, unless I'm have bad luck and not getting free complete set, there's no way that this final bag is not the Hamster Costume Fan. So just like usual time in past series, got free sets by buying a seal box, and at 20% off. So that's a pretty good deal, especially there's some really cool animals, and you know, if you're chasing a particular minifigure, then you get 3 of them. Then you can resell the one that you don't really want. But here we got the 3 sets of minifigures. So what that means, just I will get a closer look of the distribution of the box, and then after that, so we'll take a detailed look at the individual minifigures. So stay tuned. And here's a close look at the distribution of my box. So basically here is the top level, this is the column on this side, and this is the column on this side, and this is the second or the lower level. This is how my box that is packed from Czech Republic distribution look like. You can see mostly in the same position on the top level, but then the other one is slightly different. But anyway, it's cool to get, you know, 3 sets of this minifigure. So now let's just take a look at the individual minifigures in details. First, we have the Hamster Costume Fan. Just like previous minifigure series, often comes with a animal costume minifigure. No doubt this is a very cute minifigure, and because it's hamster, it's smaller, so that this guy has a small legs. The accessory comes with the printed cucumber piece, which is going to be very useful if you want to, you know, continue to build a Lego restaurant of some sort. So underneath the costume is this little kid face. Although it's a brand new facial expression, you know, it's just slightly different to very similar faces, so there's nothing really you know, dramatic about it, and there's no hairpiece as well as usual. But anyway, it's a pretty cute minifigure. Next, we have the Wolfpack Beastmaster, and probably the most popular minifigure in this series for, you know, the castle reasons, and lots of them already being picked out from the original box, even though he's not my favorite minifigure in this series. Having said that, it's a very detailed minifigure, including a wolf here, which is pretty good to get multiples if you want to create a wolf pack. Oh, actually, did I call it a Wolfpack Beastmaster? I think I did. Anyway, but the minifigure itself is excellent with a long sword, the shield, and a more detailed print of the torso of the original Wolfpack, you know, design with leg printing. What I like about this minifigure, which might be hard to show from the camera, is actually the fabric they use for the cape. You know, having a really woolly material to represent you know, some of the fur they might be wearing. Unfortunately, they didn't include a hairpiece. They only have this hood, but underneath you have this really cool facial expression, and on the other side has a slightly more serious tone than the more comical look. Anyway, I don't think it's trying to suffer any pain. I think it's just trying to mimic the wolf howl. But anyway, it's an excellent minifigure. Next, we have the Jetpack Racer. So it's a very detailed minifigure. I find it really cool. They have number 3, and there is minifigure number 3 in this particular series. Very lovely printing across the minifigure. You can see this octane on the side, a nice Easter egg, and this is how the jet engine looks like. But the best part of this minifigure is the helmet here. You can see the red is actually transparent red, which I don't know how they really managed to you know, have it manufactured. But underneath you got a really cool facial expression. Obviously during the race you got the protective gear on the mouth, and then the one with the protective gear on the mouth removed with a slight smirk. But anyway, it's a really nice detailed minifigure, a really cool helmet, which I think, you know, this helmet can be very useful, especially if they want to create a comic accurate Ultron. And then we have the Astronomer Kit. No offense, but this is actually my least favorite minifigure in this set. You know, compared to other minifigures, which has a lot more character to it, this one is slightly simple. And then you already get similar minifigure in the past, although you do get a pretty cool telescope build. But I do find the telescope build in the latest Animal Crossing set surpass this particular one. I think the highlights of this minifigure, it actually has a new arm. So this little guy actually doesn't have an arm, but this robotic arm to help him to do his things. Cool rocket printing. The hairpiece is not new. They kind of have this from some other minifigure already, and this is how his face look. Again, you know, it's a new facial expression, but again, you got a lot of this in similar vibe. So again, it's a good minifigure, but not my favorite. Next minifigure is the plush toys collector. I think lots of people want to have this minifigure, not because of the minifigure, but the plush toys accessory. So this one comes with the green and blue variant. From the other themes, you do get more exclusive variant of the same plush toys. So, you know, apart from collecting minifigure, if you like this piece, you have to collect the other stuff as well. Pretty cool outfit with nice printing that you can use even outside this particular minifigure series. You see some really cool and cute printing, and then the hood is with the cat ear, and then this hairstyle in pink color, which is pretty new. Lovely facial expressions, and then on the other side got a much more smiley face. Next is the Predator Costume Fan. It's very hard to pronounce that. I actually need to look up on Google to see how to pronounce this name. But anyway, it's the third dinosaur costume minifigure. We've got the T-Rex, we've got the Triceratops, so it's nice to get another dinosaur variant. Due to the nature of this particular species of dinosaur, they made a exclusive arms with the wings attached, and then you can of course remove the costume to remove the headgear to review the minifigure underneath, which is a lady. The previous one are both males, and you've got this very sinister looking smile here. Next, we have the long border. Before I comment on the minifigure, I think the best part of this minifigure is this new LEGO longboard here, which is pretty cool to play with. But anyway, the minifigure itself is a pretty useful minifigure in any city settings. The head part, I don't think it's new because I think it appears in hidden side, but with a different color scheme, with a backpack, and then this is how she looks on both sides. So it's a pretty cool minifigure to have. Next is Boogeyman. It's always cool to get minifigure with a unique head mold, but I'm not sure if this interpretation of Boogeyman is scary enough, because I don't think it will scare any kids at all. Anyway, he has an exclusive box with print, obviously the Boo, and if you open it up, it features a page to explain what the Boogeyman is. Either way, it's actually a pretty cool minifigure. Again, not my favorite. I wish they, instead of this minifigure, like they use the more more animal, the one that commonly used with birds minifigure. Maybe that is a little bit better. But underneath you've got printing on the torso. Obviously, it's a specialized head. I don't find it scary, that's just it, but it's a pretty cool minifigure. Next, we have Cupid. To be honest, this is my favorite minifigure in this particular series. I just think it's excellent. It's done very well, lovely printing. The only thing I don't like about it is that the wing piece is actually separate, so it's actually pretty easy to knock the wings down. But I guess why they want to use this piece, because just the size of the minifigure, and if you remove the bow, you can see print on this side of the arm. But the best part of this minifigure is this facial expression. I think I will need to remove the hair for you to have a better look of this expression. It's just so cool. And if you get multiple, you can use this in lots of different scenes and settings. Just pretty cool to always get minifigure heads like this. And on the other side, you can have a much more normal little boy facial expression. And this is the pirate called the Master. As a minifigure, well, it fits pirate theme pretty well, but again, the sales point of this minifigure is probably this new parrot. I know there's a name for it. I forgot the name of this species of bird, but it's a excellently done new Lego animal, and I always like to have a new Lego animal. The minifigure itself, though, again, as I mentioned earlier, is very fitting for any private setting. Not private, pirate setting, and the minifigure itself, you don't really need to have an army of those, and then you get a pretty cool. I don't know what is the right word to describe, but you can see it's a quite unique head, featuring like unique facial feature for this particular pirate lady. And then here's the cat lover. It's not the first time we have similar minifigure, but the best part of this minifigure is the new species of cat they included. You can see it's the same scale as other Lego cats, but with a slightly different molding, which makes this cat very cute. And then for the minifigure, to my surprise, this leg prints to feature some of the cat fur, but it's a very nice sweater, and also this new woolly ball piece for the cat to play with. The coolest thing about this minifigure is not just his facial expression, but also there's one with a slightly scared face with some scratch marks on his face. And finally, we have the Steampunk Inventor. If you love steampunk, this is a minifigure for you. It features lots of cool and detailed printing with a steampunk style, robotic arms, got back printing as well. I think this printed piece here would be quite useful, not just for steampunk. You've got printing on his high hat as well. But for me, I'm never a steampunk fan. I understand what it is. I appreciate some of the model created in this film, but this minifigure is definitely not my favorite. Again, it's an excellent minifigure that I think I only need to have one to complete the collection. And this is the LEGO Collectible Minifigures Series 27. As a collectible minifigure series, this is an excellent series with unique minifigures across the 12 minifigures, and also lots of excellent and brand new accessory pieces as well. Within the series, it's hard to compare which figure is better than the other, because all of them are excellent. Obviously, as I mentioned, my favorite is the Cupid, and also the fact that they have a new cat, a new wolf, a new bird, and also a new plush toy pieces is actually really cool and excellent. Obviously, due to some demand and fan base, there are particular minifigures that would be the chase figures for most of the people, but for me, I love the series as a whole. And I truly believe LEGO minifigures are best when it's the original series, not with just one theme, but with a mixture of themes with the opportunity to get new accessories, new minifigure faces, and especially if you like to have a huge army of minifigures, it's always good to have normal series. Unfortunately, this year, because of the F1 collectible car, so we don't get another minifigure series in the May-June period, but I think there's a rumor license stream coming in later this year. Let me know which one is your favorite minifigures in the comment section below. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to subscribe to my channel and give this video a like.